Ned Stark, the Sept of Baelor, bakes under the noon sun. Stone steps radiate heat. The crowd packs shoulder to shoulder, a sea of faces hungry for blood. Ned's knees grind against stone, wrists raw from rope. Above him, ice catches light, his own sword. Valyrian steel that killed 100 men, about to kiss Stark neck. Joffrey's calling for the swing. Boy King smiles stretched wide. The executioner's shadow falls across Ned's vision. His pulse hammers, mouth tastes copper. And in those final seconds, every mistake flashes through his mind like lightning. Littlefinger had the city watch, right there. One word and it was done. He said no, gave Cersei time instead. Dignity, he called it. She told him he was a fool. She wasn't wrong. Varys begged him to confess early, save the family. He waited, too noble, too slow, too stark. Renly offered men at midnight. Ned chose paperwork. The executioner's boots scrape stone. Crowd noise swells. Joffrey leans forward, drunk on power. Ice lifts. Sunlight runs down the blade like water. Ned sees Arya and Sansa, all the faces his righteousness just orphaned. His throat closes. The avoid button was everywhere. Arrest Cersei immediately. Leave when Robert died. Buy the city watch. Trust literally anyone's plan. Instead, he brought winter honor to a summer knife fight. The blade arcs down. Steel meets flesh, meets bone. The crowd roars. Honor dies teaching the realm's slowest lesson. You don't win by being right. You survive by being smart. Ned was the rightest man in the kingdom. It bought him a spike. The air is too warm. The twins glow with candles and warning signs. Robb rides in to say sorry for breaking the Frey deal, brings his pregnant wife. Kennel's Grey Wind because the host says so. Even the dire wolf refuses entry, but Robb still hits accept invite. Walder Frey hosts like a man auditioning for Petty the Musical. He counts the slights, hands out smiles that taste like vinegar, and seats Robb far from doors. Roose Bolton sits close, sleeves long, never a good fashion choice. Edmure gets married, the wine flows, and then the band switches to The Rains of Castamere, a song that's basically the Lannister National Emergency Alert. The avoid buttons everywhere. Don't come yourself. Send Edmure with hostages and archers. If you must come, keep Grey Wind in the hall. Bread, salt, and fangs. Sit men by exits. Make Roose roll up a sleeve. Or pick neutral ground and bring your own bread and salt like a paranoid picnic. Instead, Robb trusts etiquette in a castle built on grudges. Fiddles pop. Crossbows slide out. Bolts fly. Catelyn's face says it before the steel does. Robb reaches for a sword that might as well be across the river. Roose leans in, gentle as a nurse, and signs the guest book through Robb's chest. Curtain. If a wedding can kill a king, a duel can do it faster, especially when the winner forgets to finish the job. The pit is dust and noise. The mountain is down, bleeding, wheezing, his sword out of reach. Tyrion watches from the box, trying not to hope. Across the circle is Oberyn Martell, spear steady, feet light. One clean thrust and everyone goes home. Instead, he lowers the spear and starts talking. Oberyn's been writing this speech since puberty. He wants the confession, the name, the order. So the spear becomes a microphone. Say her name. He paces, perfect circles, voice rising like a Dornish ballad. The mountain is busy being mostly dead. The audience is rapt. Tyrion is shrinking. There is one simple rule with a spear. Stay long and finish fast. Kick the loose blade away and end it. Then do the TED Talk next to the corpse. Oberyn keeps asking for the full courtroom scene, then leans so close he could win by accident. Gregor's hand snaps out. He grabs an ankle and pulls. Sand becomes sky. The spear is useless with a giant on your chest. Two hands closed on a skull. Tyrion's hope goes with it. It was there, the win. One more thrust and he walks out alive. He talks, he hesitates. He loses everything. Hold on to that feeling, because somewhere up north a boy will face a simpler test, with fewer words and more arrows. Winterfell Field. Ramsay smiles like a knife. He cuts Rickon's ropes and points at Jon. Run. It sounds like mercy. It's a setup. Rickon sprints in a straight line, neat as a trail marker on fresh snow. Arrows lift. Ramsay leads the shot. First arrow short. Second skims past. He's calm, drawing again like this is practice. Jon kicks his horse, closing fast with 10 bad ideas riding next to him, arm stretching, voice cracking on Rickon's name. Here's the fix you learn on day 1. Don't run straight. Juke once, juke twice. Cut behind a burning cross. Drop to a knee for a beat. Grab a fallen shield. Anything that breaks the aim. Rickon keeps his eyes on Jon, not his feet. He stays on rails. Ramsay adjusts, breath steady, and let's go. The arrow meets the line like it had an appointment. Jon's hand closes on air. Rickon runs the straightest line in Westeros and disappears before he ever becomes more than a hostage with a surname. Now, don't blink, because the next death isn't a straight line mistake. 8 seasons of fear are already walking toward a boy in a chair. If one arrow can't be dodged, what chance do they have against the thing that never misses? Godswood. Snow is in the air. Bran waits. The Night King arrives with his White Walkers and that slow, careful stride the show has loved for years. This is the same villain who took Craster's sons, raised a town at Hardhome with one gesture, speared Viserion out of the sky and punched a hole in the wall. Final boss energy, untouchable, and now he's taken a victory walk. He closes the distance because it looks dramatic. There's no sweep through the trees, no screen of dead pushing the edges, no quick throw from 10 paces, and no dragon pass to torch the grove. It's just the runway walk to a boy in a chair. At the very same time, Arya is running the castle that is on nightmare mode. Library, yard, roofline, branch, quiet and fast. She hits the Godswood while he is still savoring step 7. He reaches for the sword. She launches. He catches her by the throat, which is a great reflex. And then he freezes on the follow-through. She lets the dagger fall, switches hands, and buries it in the spot that ends everything. He breaks like glass. So do the lieutenants. The dead hit the ground as if someone pulled a plug. It shouldn't be that easy to end 8 seasons of fear. One throw from the shadows ends Bran. One order posts the dead in the trees. One nod brings blue fire over the grove. Even a glance to the side forces her to break cover. He wants the moment. The moment takes him. The Godswood cools. Down the coast at Dragonstone, the quietest man in the realm is about to bet his life on ink instead of exits, and the torches are already on their way. The sea hits Dragonstone in slow waves. Inside, the room smells like salt and ink. Varys works alone. Candlelight, letters stacked and sealed, names, titles, claims, written as calmly as if he's updating a guest list. He tests poison on the rim of a cup, watches it darken, nods once. No one's in the room to see. He calls for the girl, small, nervous, loyal. The queen must eat tonight, he says. She nods, afraid to ask why the rice needs tasting. He knows Daenerys won't forgive doubt. He knows Tyrion talks when he's scared. He knows there's a dragon outside. He still writes another letter, still signs his name. There's a smarter way. One raven to one lord you trust. Hi, Sansa. Burn the drafts, be on a fast ship by sunset. Or pick Jon, vanish north, let rumors work for you. At a minimum, don't brief the man who blurts. Sundown. Tyrion arrives. His face says it all. Varys doesn't ask which line did it. He already knows. They walk out of the courtyard, unsullied from a lane. Torches throw long shadows. Drogon rises from the dark. Varys doesn't beg. Not his style. He stands where they put him. Daenerys says it herself. Dracarys. The fire is fast and final. When it's done, the sand glows, then cools. Wind moves through the space where he was standing, picks up ash and a scrap of handwriting that no one will read. Tyrion watches until nothing moves, then turns away.